welcome to the No Blacks, No Irish podcast. Happy New Year. It's a bit late. We're joined by Ella today. It's been a long time coming.
I know.
Yes.
Important though. Important.
Yeah. So, and we're just going to have like a sort of informal chat about new beginnings, new year, new you, and all that bollocks.
All that malarkey.
Yeah, all that.
I'm glad you said bollocks.
It is bollocks, isn't it? Because as soon as, well, what are your thoughts on this whole idea, like, of when it gets to January 1, everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to change myself, better myself. And now it's Blue Monday, everything's gone wrong.
I don't think, the thing is, I don't think the new year is January. It's not. That's the biggest problem.
Talk about it.
So New Year is April. So we actually celebrate spring because it's a new beginning and it's a new start, it's a new season, etc. So because we're following the Gregorian calendar, we're following that, and it's kind of wrong. So I've always had this aversion to New Year anyway. Sorry to just throw it back.
No, it's nice.
Yeah, New Year is actually spring.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It makes sense to be spring because January's shit. Like,
yeah.
January's disgusting to be around.
Yeah.
No one wants to celebrate something in
January is awful, man.
Yeah.
I start, my New Year's is February the 1st, mate. Give me a month to just wean in, and then I'm, you know what I'm saying? Marinate, just, mate.
Yeah.
Just, mate.
But yeah, all of these ideas of like, we're coming out of New Year, we're quitting drinking, we're going for runs, we're doing weights every day, we're going to be better to our partners, better to families, learn French, all that shit. And then it gets to Blue Monday and everyone's wasted.
This Blue Monday thing, because you're the second person I've heard say it today. Like,
explain. Is that today?
It's supposed to be today, yeah. It's supposed to be today. Oh. Explain a bit about this Blue Monday thing. I don't really.
Yeah. So it's like it's a long thing. It's been a long time coming, but people basically say like third Monday of January is always like the day where people realize they've failed already, and then it's like and it's the most gloomiest day where it's like the first week of Jan, you're still sometimes off work if you're lucky, and then you're sort of coming back into it and you're thinking, it's going to be good, it's going to be good. Second week, whatever, and then third week, it's just failed.
Yeah.
And the weather's
it's madness.
The worst. But it's all of these things with psychology, like when people sort of give themselves, like we talked about before, about the like the dopamine hits.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it? It's like that first week of January dopamine hit.
Yeah.
You know, I think like if you're not already on something, like it's going to be very hard for you to just jump on something and have that level of consistency.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It. Yeah.
It's like if someone smokes 20 fags a day for 5 years and then they're going to say, oh, tomorrow I'm stopping. Like it's going to be hard for them to stop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
You've got to kind of like wean in. So I believe if you're not really like November, December is where you should be starting to like, if you want to make changes, start to kind of like introduce it in, and then before you know it, it's January the 17th. You're already up and running. You've had 2 months of doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Why do we want to make so many changes? Because I don't know. I kind of sometimes think to myself, we are who we are. You're Derry, you're Jah, I'm Ella, and it's like, what do we? Yes, we want to better ourselves, want to improve ourselves, but sometimes you can just be.
Yeah.
And that there's a lot of freedom in that.
Yeah,
I don't think many people understand that concept though, because we've got social media and we've got so many things telling us not to be.
Yeah, 100%.
We kind of get lost in the not being. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being still and being and just being who you are, we can't. It's hard. It's hard with so much distractions. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah, I've been in points where I've been left with my own thoughts for a certain amount of time, maybe in the shower. Sometimes I have to shout my thoughts away. Get away, because I can't, I have to get back on
slack. It's mad, because I watched thinking, you need to watch it. I watched the $1 million worth of game podcast this morning with Bobby Shmurda in it,
Okay.
And the energy, that man's got, it's just so beautiful to see, like, he doesn't care, fam. He doesn't care what people think. He don't care what people say. He's just unapologetically him, you get what I'm saying? And I'm like, but the Instagram was kind of getting at him, like, because he dances all kind of...
Yeah, but he's been in prison. He doesn't
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. But he just does himself. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're kind of saying. He's just being himself. Like, when you watch it.
I'm gonna have to watch it. Yeah,
it's crazy. Like, I'm saying, this is who he's supposed to be. Right. Same with Kanye. Kanye is just himself. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't know if he is himself. Like, he's what he thinks he is. But I don't know if it's the same Kanye that he was when he was like 18. I mean, it isn't, but I don't know if he's manufactured this idea of what he is.
But that's who he wants to be.
Yeah. Well,
That's who he wants to be.
yeah, but so if it's like, for argument's sake, like if I wanted to be an obnoxious, arrogant arsehole like Kanye is, should I just do it?
Yeah, but maybe that was him from age 5.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, to be fair.
And I also think that we're not used to seeing a confident black man. And a lot of the time, you know, black men have to kind of fit themselves into a box or soften themselves when they're in a very popular position or whatever platform. So when we see Kanye, it's like, oh my God, who does he think he is?
He's doing too much. He's doing too much.
I am who I am.
Yeah, true. Do you think he really wants to go to Russia and hang out with Putin then?
Yeah. I think that's
what
it.
he wants
I
to
heard
do.
about that.
And he's jamming with Trump, so...
Yeah, I know,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? He's doing his thing.
Yeah, I don't mind all of that. I don't mind that stuff. Obviously, people got like strong opinions about that because I get it because Trump's always been an icon of like that genre of music before presidency.
that's true.
It goes, way far.
In hip-hop,
like,
yeah.
It's mad, you know, because I kind of... It's mad because I kind of like Trump, you know.
Yeah,
people might think it's kind of mad, but Trump's kind of a G in certain ways, in certain aspects. It's kind of like, because he just don't give a shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't care from, like, he's saying what he's saying, and whether I don't like it, bite it. You know what I'm saying? He's got that type of attitude. Obviously, some things is a bit mad.
Yeah.
But Trump's all right, man.
So he's funny. There's no doubt about that. But how about the idea of like Bobby Shmurda? Yeah, he had to go to jail. And he's come out and he's sort of felt like, yeah, well, I've been through some shit actually, so I'm just going to be myself now. Yeah. Whereas Donald Trump, he hadn't had that hard, man.
That's true.
He's been like babied his whole life. He got a lot of money when he was young, so he has this overconfidence. So it's like two different versions of like people embracing their own selves. But do you think it takes?
But that's what I'm saying. Does it? Yeah, does it? Is there only one way, one avenue to become yourself? Can it come from both angles? Can it be because you've been babied and now you've got it all, and now you've realised I've got it all, and you appreciate the fact that you've been, you get what I'm saying? Or you go through hardship and know, like, you know what I'm saying, struggled all your life and you've been locked away, you've been, you know what I mean, imprisoned or whatever it is, and then it just clicks. I don't think the click comes from any one particular way. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? I was watching an interview with Bell Hooks because she recently passed away, one of my favourite authors, and she said that I'm just kind of thinking about Bobby Shmurda, for example. So she was saying that a lot of black men find themselves in prison. It's a common thing. And the reason is it's because it's the first time a black man can, despite what's going on in prison, a black man is somewhat safe and doesn't have to participate in society. So they have time to kind of actually reflect without thinking about kind of their identity in society. So it's that being taken away. I think you're right, Derry, in a way that actually Bobby Shmurda has gone on a journey. A bit like Malcolm X, you know, how when he went to prison.
Man, I watch Malcolm X over there.
Yeah, it's good. The Denzel one.
Banging.
Yeah. It's that like caterpillar in a cocoon thing.
Yeah.
Which Donald Trump hasn't.
No, he never had that. Yeah, we don't need. I mean, and like, yeah, he can be funny.
We're cancelling out Donald Trump, yeah.
Cancel him, right, yeah, he's done. But he's gonna come back in a couple of years anyway. And and he might win again, but that is what it is. But I think the difference is he has that confidence of like he was spoiled, and you see it, don't you? Like some kids, and it's not their bad. They've got great confidence and power because of them being spoiled, right?
Yeah. So do you spoil your kids then?
I ain't got no kids.
But would you? If you did?
I would, no, I'd be conscious of it, you know. I would actually, you ever heard that Ricky Gervais bit?
No.
So he said he didn't have any kids because when he grew up in Reading and his parents were working class, and he had it hard and he had to graft. Now he lives in Hampstead. Yeah. So he's just going to give birth to another Hampstead cunt, and why do we want another one of them? It's
true.
Yeah. So there's that thing that, and I think, well, you both have kids, so I suppose maybe, I don't know if you've thought like maybe you have to sort of put a cap on how much you might spoil them.
Facts, like,
what do you think?
I'm old school, fam. Like, you going without me. If it's not everything you want, you're getting. That's not happening. It's not happening. You know what I mean? But obviously, treat the youth sometimes. But not every time, everything you see, you want, and you get it's not.
No.
You need to learn about, and it teaches value. You know what I'm saying? So when you do have it, look after your things. You know what I mean? Because you know, if you give, they don't respect the things, and nothing ain't free out here. You know what I mean? You need to understand, like, nothing ain't free, and you have to look after your things. So the spoiling thing ain't with me.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have friends that, to be honest, it's interesting because in terms of parenting, I have friends that do that, and then kind of I watch my children look at it and be like, oh wait, so we don't have all of those toys, because I'm funny with toys. I'll only put a few out, I'll take them away, and then I kind of rotate them rather than just having loads of toys. Just as an example. And then they'll go to their friends' houses and there's like loads of toys. But I find that my children are the ones that can just sit there and play and be quiet because they're just not used to all of that.
This is it.
So yeah, I'm with you. No,
use the imagination. You know what I mean? My eldest you anyway. She can create nothing out of something, mate.
I love
something
that.
out of nothing. Sorry, she can create something out of nothing. Like, in her own space and just be content. And I look at it like, yo, that's what it is. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You're not relying on good things to make you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's powerful, isn't it?
So that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Anyway.
Yeah, so New Year's resolution, is like don't spoil the kids.
Well, don't spoil yourself as well, because we can look at ourselves as well, because we indulge, drink, food, sex, substances, you know. So it's that thing, attitude, looking back at yourself as well. Like, I don't know, like I was at work today and I was looking in the staff room and everyone's obviously eating healthy and doing all of that, new year, new me. And I was just like, oh, here we go. How long is this going to last? But I don't know. Yeah, it goes back to what we were saying. Does it last? Is it? Yeah.
It lasts for them. Like, it lasts for them who really made the choice and the decision to be disciplined. Like, it all boils down to discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. Like, it's hard. Like I'm saying, like, even with myself, like, it is. I started the running thing, and I'm not gonna front. It's nice when I'm doing it. It's nice when I finish. It's hard, but to keep the consistency, to keep on doing it, it's hard, fam. And sometimes I ain't been in the last 2 weeks, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well done for admitting that, you know, because a lot of people won't. A lot of people.
Yeah, no facts. Like, that's what it is. Like, I ain't been, but and I know within myself when I'm in the bed and I'm like,
killing yourself.
This morning I'm in the bed like. In my head, I'm gonna go. You know, I'm gonna go 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, feeling.
And I didn't get up until I wanted to come to work. You know what I'm saying? It's mad, fam. It's mad. So I just think the people who are really, truly ready to change in whatever field it is, then they're the ones who are gonna do it. The people who are just saying it just to say it, you're gonna find yourself in them old patterns. You know what I'm saying? In the old patterns and the old, you find yourself doing the shit that you was doing, what you told yourself you don't want to do. It's life, innit? It's life, I think.
I don't know about you two. Have you found yourself, like, over the last 2 years, like, indulging a bit more than you should? Yeah? I think.
Yeah.
I definitely have.
Oh, it's mad. It's mad.
Food-wise.
Well.
Your food is peng, by the way. I see you on your gram. Like, I see the Ella's food.
Yeah, cook with Ella. Follow me Instagram.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No.
Go on her page, mate. It looks mad, mate. Next time you come in, mate, you need to bring us a container each.
I will.
Yeah, for sure.
Containers.
I will. Yeah, I was doing that during lockdown. See, that helped. Like, during lockdown, it was that thing where I was eating, cooking. I love cooking. So, yeah, I started to make food for people, but it's mac and cheese and fried chicken. And
we're still indulging, man. We're still indulging. We haven't got that far yet. We haven't got that far yet. We want food.
I'll tell you what I did. Like, I indulge in alcohol more than I ever have. And I've been saying, like, I'm going to quit, like, for January, and I haven't. I failed it. I went bowling alley yesterday with my brother Finn in Birmingham and drank quite a bit. Yeah. And there's always that constant thing. And I became vegan, right, as a sort of combat of, like, trying to discipline the indulgence. But then I got really good at vegan food. Okay. It's not even that healthy sometimes. Like, you could just it's just carbs.
Yeah. Mashed potato.
Mashed potato. But you could do a lot with tofu. Like, I mean, it's no replacement for chicken, but you can make something like happen with tofu if you play it right.
That you say that. I went to my mum's yesterday.
Yeah.
I was tired. I went to my mum's and she cooked food. She cooking my youth food. I said, "Yeah, do me a plate." It was rice and it wasn't chicken anyway. It was. She said it's some vegan thing.
Shit.
But it was all right.
Yeah.
Backed it. It was all right. Like, I'm thinking I could do this.
Yeah, season it up. Yeah, it's all right.
I could do this because I'm a man who loves. I'm a man who loves the meat thing, you know, lamb chops and all them things there, you know, chicken. So when I see vegans, I speak to vegans, I'm like, how do you do it? Like, how can you have a plate with no meat on it? Like, it's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
You got to train it. You got to do the training. Like, for a while I was like, yeah, this is shit. But now I'm not bothered. Honestly, I'm not. Now I eat meat, but I sort of said I won't buy it. Yeah. If someone else bought it, I'd eat it. I'm not.
Yeah, you take it.
But yeah, it takes time. You have to train up to be a vegan. Otherwise, it's just mashed potato.
But I still think that's good that you've done that, and then surely that will lead into a habit with drinking. You can also, because it's your mind, isn't it? It's that thing of being able to trust yourself to limit it.
Yeah, well, you got to replace it with something, don't you?
Yeah.
I think that's what people, when they say new year, new me or whatever, they don't replace the thing that they have, which is bad.
It's mad, though.
Yeah, they go cold turkey.
I kind of enjoy having a drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
think that's okay.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy to have a drink, get merry, but like you said, it's just overdoing it. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Like not every time you drink it, you have to get wasted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have two glasses and you're nice. And that's my.
He's nodding like, yeah, no, that's not me.
Yeah, that ain't me.
No,
he's like, yeah,
I'm saying it because it's not me either. It's not me either. It sounds good in my head, but that's what I'm trying to work on, innit? Like, not every time get smashed and get smoked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes just cool, because the hangover the next day. I don't know how you felt this morning.
Yeah, I think it was all right, but it's never worth it, is it?
It's not worth it, man.
You say, and there's that moment like every night where it's like 3 a.m. and then for some reason you have another drink. And it's like, what?
Like what's the point?
Yeah, there's zero benefits to it, and but it happens, and everyone sort of has done it or will do it.
So anyway, what did you do? What did you guys do New Year's? What did you do New Year's Eve?
Oh, it's so cliche what I did.
Chill.
You're gonna think it's cliche. I just was with my friend and we did some tarot cards. I'm into all of that, and we did some affirmations. We drank, we had food, we had a great time, but we basically spoke each other's year to each other through cards, and we burned sage, had some crystals.
That sounds cathartic.
Yeah, it's typical me. I'm not really, to be fair, I used to be that party person. I'd really be into like, go mad, but I'm the older I'm getting, I'm just getting a little bit more refined.
This is what I'm saying. Though. That's my point. Like we're not getting any younger, and the effects are twice as much now. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 days recovering after a mad night out. Like it's getting long. Like this binging thing. You know what I'm saying?
What did you do, Jah?
I stayed in on a New Year's Eve, but then I went out on a New Year's Day.
Gosh, you did.
That's it.
So I went to Nico. You know Nico D. He had an event called Sexy Chocolate in Derby.
Okay.
But it was growing. You know me, because I said to myself on the New Year's Eve, I don't want to be out with the youths.
I've done it.
And it's trouble and the causing all trouble. I want to have a good night.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to chill in Friday, and then the Saturday I went to Sex Chocolate, grown folks, people dressed up nice. You know what I mean? And it was a good vibe.
Yeah.
Good vibe, man.
Yeah. Same. Like, do you know what I did? Yeah, I got Matrix 4 and projected it in my house. I got a projector. Watched that. The film's shit.
Yo, you're not the first one to say this to me.
Yeah, it's really bad. Really bad.
People say it's just like a love story.
Yeah, but they flopped that even. Like, if it was, it's just proper flop. I mean, don't pay for it. But yeah, like I watched that and then just had a chilled one. Yeah, and then I was going to meet family on New Year's Day, like early. So, but yeah, don't watch Matrix 4, man.
You know what? I've been put off.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it comes. Bootleg.
Yeah. I could send you a link right now. I'll send you a link later tonight. You can watch it for free. I kind of it was so bad that I kind of encouraged pirating the film, and I would never normally do that. Like they know.
Why would they do that to us though?
That's the thing though with these. When you overdo something, like you get a classic 1 and 2, 3, and then you just leave it as that. Let us just have that, and then you do 4, and you're like, you fucked it up.
Yeah, man. But the concept of a Matrix now is even more relevant than it was 21 years ago. It's like, how could you fuck it? The first 30 minutes, I was like, I'm sort of engaged, and then just fully dropped the ball. But
the same producers and directors.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about those guys is like they were the Wachowski brothers when they directed the first Matrix. Now they're the Wachowski sisters. Both of them, which is like...
They've transitioned.
Yeah, both. But not at the same time.
What do you mean?
They transitioned, but they...
Changed gender.
changed gender, but they did it like 9 years difference. So one of them did it first, and then the other one did it 9 years later. So genetically, it's like people are puzzled.
That's interesting.
It's interesting.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
That's mad, mate.
Yeah.
That's mad. That's mad.
So they're twins. They directed the first Matrix. They were men, and now they're women. And the films aren't as good. So what does that say about them? No, I'm
Get ready
joking.
to dash this microphone.
No. Because the second and the third weren't any good anyway. Like they had good bits, but yeah, no, it was interesting. Like yeah, but
That's a mad fact. I never knew that. Like those, I didn't even know those brothers that made it, and I didn't start off with, and then that they've done the transition thing. That's another story in itself.
It's another thing, yeah. But the time between one of them doing it and the other is the thing I find most interesting. It's like it was 9 years after, I think, or 13 years after or something, which is just like baffling, really. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, that's New Year's Eve, man. That's what I did.
Sorry, was you gonna say something?
I just feel like it's a bit sad that we're all just a bit like,
I know, what the fuck.
maybe it is Monday Blues or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Blue Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
But the mad thing is, like, with the
most depressing day of the year.
most depressing day of the year, yeah. I felt all right this morning.
Yeah.
I think it's because I get, like, positive feelings out of other people's depression. I'm joking. But no, but you know, with the New Year's, I think the thing was there was also an element of like potentially getting ill or whatever if you do go out, and it's not even a case of like it's just getting ill and then having to isolate all of that stuff. So
I went out, yeah. When was it? It was about 2 weeks before Christmas. Went out Sunday night. My brethren called my brethren's birthday party anyway. So I've gone there on the Sunday. The Monday, I was finished.
No way.
My whole body was aching.
shit, man.
Cold sweats, but I'm boiling. My forehead was pounding, sore. Now I was finished.
Sounds like COVID.
No, I think it was COVID.
Yeah.
It was COVID, but
You already had it, like recently though, before that, innit?
no,
So-
this is the time. This
Oh,
is the
that-
time.
oh,
This
yeah,
is the
yeah,
time. And then boom, and I realised that there was like 30 people from that party that got the same thing.
Shit, man.
Mad thing, fam. I would never wish that feeling on anybody. Not even my worst enemy. I would never wish it on anyone.
Shit, man.
I was finished.
You feel like you're dying.
No, it was mad.
Yeah.
You know, because I live alone as well. I'm like, I'm just like,
feeling
someone help
sorry
me.
for yourself.
Someone help me. It was fucked. It was fucked.
Imagine, yeah, if you were like a little bit older, you could have had a fucking hard time.
And you know what's mad? I said to a man, I was at another kids party yesterday. I took my youth to a party, but the man then was talking, and I said, "Joe, a 70-year-old couldn't have survived what I went through." You know what I mean? So when they say the elderly, I get
It's serious.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I say if anyone's got any symptoms or anything like that, just stay away and just stay in your yard and just do the proper thing because it ain't nice.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely created in a lab. They did it on purpose. I'm sorry to be that person, but
I hear you though.
you know, after having it, I was like, this is hell. It's actually hell.
Yeah.
And apparently it attacks your, you know, the reason a lot of people are saying, oh, I can't taste, like everything's gone, I can't smell after having it and I still feel ill, is because it attacks the white blood cells or something. So it just keeps eating away at you, which is crazy.
No, it's the mad thing. Have you had it?
Yeah, I got it like 4 months ago, 3-4 months ago. It was bad. But to be fair, like for me, I had to write a script at the time, and which I still haven't finished. Fucking mad. But so I was just doing that, and I got distracted. But my girlfriend Georgie, she couldn't sleep. Like she woke up, and then by 12, she had to go back to sleep like midday, just immediately because it was just like passing her out.
Took you both.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think like, I mean, this labs thing, I want to hear more about that. I haven't looked into it much. All I've read is like a few things that people have sent me, and I'm open to it.
No, I just think that's what it is, and because I teach, right? So when I say things, I have to be careful. But I'm very outspoken with my kids at school, and I literally went in today. I was like, guys, like it took me out. Rona, she got me, and I was just going on, and they were like, "Oh, miss, like give it a rest, we get it." And I was like, "No, this thing is not like anything I've ever had in my life." And it's even like you know, thinking about conspiracies and thinking about society, it's just so obvious to me. It's not a conspiracy. It's just that
Popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
yeah.
Some guy fucked a bat.
Yeah, like we're gonna believe that.
That's dumb. It's so dumb.
Well, I think, we're getting into weird territory, but I saw a video of like this guy in China eating mice, like live mice, and like,
Oh God.
I mean, yeah, like there is, if someone does
Madness,
eat,
there's a madness out there.
yeah, and certain foods that
I've heard some crazy
stuff,
stories,
Gary.
and I don't even know if I should say it, but I'll say it anyway. Someone told me that in China, when they went to China, they saw black men's testicles for sale to eat.
How much were they?
I'm not even. And do you know what he said? He was like, "You've got to think, where the hell did they get them from?"
Who's done it?
And it could be any but apparently it's a form of good luck. Also, like there was like a gorilla brain or something, and they poured like in a restaurant. They just brought out this gorilla brain and then poured hot oil on it. Just
Sounds
as
like Indiana Jones.
Well, I think it must have been some kind of.
Man's getting rice and peas and gorilla bread.
Do you know?
That's
You know what I mean?
That's crackers.
I'll speak because I've been to China, but I only went to South China, right?
Yeah.
And it was in the sticks. It was a mad experience. My mate was teaching there, and the food, like, there's some stuff I have seen for a fact, like mad things that is eating there, and it's because about 50 years ago there was a huge famine, and basically pretty much 80% of the population of China struggled to get any food. So they made food of anything.
Right.
But now they don't need to do that.
It's
So they've
mad
still
though.
kept the
It's mad
tradition.
when you think about it, yeah. Like, it's mad because I eat meat still, but because would think like, okay, then people eat like cats and dogs and but that's just the same as eating chicken and a cow. But because that's been normalized in our society, we look at it like it's just normal, innit? But it's just, it's cultures, fam. Like, them Chinese man who eat dogs and that, like, that's their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We need to get we don't really wrap our head around it, but there's wild dogs in China and Borneo, and like they're wild. They're still wild. They're not domesticated. We got flanked by about 25 of them. I'm not even joking.
Really?
I've never in Borneo.
I would shit myself.
So it's like Malaysia.
Okay,
It's the oldest jungle in the world. And we're walking.
What was you doing there?
Yes, just seeing it. Like, fortunate enough to go. Yeah, because got mates, and then my girlfriend's brother he's studying environmental science, and they've sent him out there for like work.
That's sick. That's sick.
Amazing. So like free rent and stuff. And so it was amazing.
You man got the Millwall West Ham with some dogs.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even like we walked around this out of the jungle in a jungle. Yeah, walked out of the jungle, walked up this pathway, looked up and just saw the eyes like beam in the darkness, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" There's like 20 eyes.
I would have been pranked.
20.
I would have been pranked.
Yeah, it was mad. And then so like walked up and like, yeah, they're wild dogs. And so the people we were with were just thinking, right, we need to walk through it and like swing a stick at them. And I'm like, no, they got rabies. I'm not. They're definitely rabid. Like you always hear about rabid dogs.
Yeah, foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
mad.
Yeah. So we hid in this little bit to the left where there were some campers in there, which good luck to them. But we were hiding in this place. The dogs walked past and we waited a bit. And then when we walked back out, we realized those ones walked past, they circled back, and they had two packs, like either side.
Wow.
Mental.
That is.
So we did the Western tourist thing and called it a taxi.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You come into, so the whole place is a jungle, but it's a main road. So and you have to send your location to the thing.
Yeah. Imagine if all the batches were dead.
Yeah, I know. We'd have to fight our way out.
This is why Kung Fu and all these things make sense.
Just
you know what I
kicking
mean?
dogs. But I think, the trouble is, I don't really know how we would have got out of that any other way. Like, we would have had to run, kicked. We saw a snake, which one of them bit and ripped in half. I'm not even joking. It was on the floor, like a snake that had like chewed and ripped up.
One of the dogs?
Yeah.
That's mad.
So they were hungry, bloodthirsty.
This is what I mean. We wouldn't last, would we? You know, when you think about Westerners and the way we've been socialised, we won't last in the real world.
We won't last a day, man. Nah, not out there. Like, no. What would you do?
Mad.
You might last though, because you can, you know what I mean, with the food and that.
Yeah,
You know what I
maybe.
mean?
Well, you could whip something up. Could you camp in there?
Just from the natural resources.
Yeah, I could. And you know what? My mum used to take me back and forth to Kenya when I was young. So I learned how to cook in the bush.
Yeah,
so I'll be all right for food. We could eat.
That's mad. But could you light a fire and that?
Yeah, with the wood.
shit.
Do
Mad.
that.
We're good for food if we ever get stranded.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's it. That's one thing. Do
I've
you know
got
what?
you guys. We're good.
If I had a kid, you know, I'd train them up to do all that stuff.
It's important, to be fair.
The
They're gonna
groundwork,
need
the
it.
proper work.
Yeah.
It's mad out here, bro. It's mad.
It's crazy. We started with a new. It's been 30 minutes now. It whizzes by though, this podcast. Does. We started with a new year, and then we ended up with like being chased by rabid dogs. But that's just,
How are we going to survive in the wild?
yeah, that's it. But yeah, I mean, if we'll wrap it up there, unless
Okay.
there's anything that you want to mention before we go, maybe your Insta handle.
Socials, handles.
Yeah, follow me on Cook with Ella Instagram. I cook. I also try and be honest because it's not easy. As we've said before, eating healthily and doing all of this, especially with a lockdown, it's hard. So yeah, I talk about that and just kind of eating more plant-based. So whether it's just adding a little bit more cabbage on your plate, whatever.
Yeah, banging. All right, yeah, wicked to have you on. Definitely do it again. innit?
Yeah, we'd like to definitely have you on more and more when you're free though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. We're just scratching the surface.
Yeah, definitely. That's it. And I just got to do a quick shout out to Emmanuel House for this T-shirt I'm wearing.
Oh, wicked.
It's 20 quid to buy. It's about tackling homeless in Nottingham. They're pretty good. They look better on you than they do on me. But yeah, buy them on the Emmanuel House website.
Definitely.
Big shout out to Emmanuel House. Big work you're doing, man. Love that.
For real. And yeah, let's wrap it up then.
Yes, bless up.
Banging.